Welcome back to your computer application class 10. In this part of the video, we will continue your topic library classes. Let's begin. Next topic is methods in wrapper class. Let's start one by one. First is integer wrapper class. So, these are methods of integer wrapper class. The one which is in a blank font, that is related to your syllabus. Rest are not a part of your syllabus. They are just for your reference. So, the first one is phrase int. This one is a static method and it returns integer value. Static means here it can have only one copy. You may invoke this method with the help of class, not with the help of object. For example, here it is int n equal to integer. Integer is a wrapper class. Dot phrase int 36. This is a string. When you pass as a string here, it will convert it into integer data type. Here it is a description, accepts a string containing digits and return corresponding integer value. Next one is long wrapper class. Long wrapper class is same as integer wrapper class. Here same is the static long phrase string. Here also it will return it in the form of long phrase. Let's consider the example here. Long n equal to long dot phrase long 36. 36 is your string. When you will use this phrase, then 36 will convert into string. 36 string is going to be converted into long. And description is it accepts a string containing digits and return corresponding long value. Next we have float wrapper class. It is also similar to integer data type. Let's consider the example here. Here they said that float n equal to float dot phrase float 36.56. 36.56 is a string, and when you will use this phrase, then it will convert it into float data type. Let's see the description. It accepts a string containing digits and return corresponding float value. Next we have double wrapper class. It also works like your integer wrapper class. Let's consider the example here. Same as it is, we were considering the rest of the example. Here double n equal to double dot phrase double 36.56. Now 36.56 again is a string, and with the help of this we can convert 36.56 into the double data type. And let's see the description here. It accepts a string containing digits and return corresponding double value. Child, next one is very important for you. Next one is a character wrapper class. And whichever the methods are given here, that these all are a part of your syllabus. So consider these very properly. First one is static boolean dot is digit char. Now see here, is here also, is there also, and is there also. Now whenever you see is, it will return boolean value that is true or false. Let's consider the example. First one, c equal to character dot is digit a, single quote a. It will return false. Reason is that here they are saying that it is digit. So a is a character, it's not in a form of digit, it will return the answer as a false. Second one, C1 equal to character dot is digit single quote 2. Now see here, 2 is a digit, so it will return the output as a true. Let's consider the second one. In the second one, they are saying that static boolean is letter char. In the example, they are saying that boolean C equal to character dot is letter A. Now A is a character, so it will return the output as a true. And in the second one, boolean C1 equal to character dot is letter 2. 2 is a digit, so second output will be your false. You can see in the description also that they are saying that return true if char is letter, otherwise return false. Third one is static boolean is letter or digit char. In that case, if you're having a digit, still it will be answer is true, and if it's character, still the answer is true, because they are saying letter and digit. Consider the examples. Boolean C equal to character dot is letter digit A. The answer is true because it's a letter. And second one, character dot is letter or digit 5. Now here also the answer is true because they are considering the digit also. Next one is static boolean is lowercase char. Now I think you understood by now that if the letter is capital, it will return false, and if it's small, then it will return true. Let's see here. They are saying that character dot is lowercase capital A. So the answer will be false. Next one is static boolean is uppercase char. Now if it's in uppercase, the answer is true, otherwise it will be false. Next one is static boolean is white space char. Let's consider the see that it returns true if char is white space, otherwise it will return false. Now first one, character dot is white space A. There is no white space, so answer is false. In the second one, C1 equal to character dot is white space is there, the answer is true. Similarly, now see the next one, static char to lowercase. Earlier it was is, now it's true. So now it will give you the exact output. Class char C equal to character dot to lowercase a. Now it will convert capital A to a small a. Now you will get the small a as a output. Next one is static char to uppercase. Now it will change the lowercase into the uppercase. Let's see the example. Boolean C equal to character dot is uppercase H. H is small, but it will return the output as a capital H. Let's open BlueJ to demonstrate Ripper class. Now here I had created a program where I'm using integer object, integer, and integer is your Ripper class, OB is your object, and new is used to consider the value. Now when we will use this phrase, then it will convert integer value to string data type. And in the second one, int n equal to integer phrase 5684, it will return or it will convert string value to the integer phrase. Child, please run all these programs in your computer and try to see whether you will get the same output or not, because as much practice you will do, that much you will understand these phrases. So let's convert it. Let's compile this program. Let's see the output, what output we will get. Now see, integer value convert into string, that is 156, and string value converted into 5684. Now let's instead of integer, let's use byte data type. So instead of integer, let's write byte. Here also integer byte, and here instead of int it will be byte. Now let's execute this. Here also let's make the changes. Now let's compile this program, and let's see whether we will get the output or not. But I guess here you will get the runtime error because the value is too wide. So let's check. Yes, okay. Now see, first output you get that integer value converted into string 156. But for the second value, they are saying the value is out of range because the byte radix is 10, and we are considering the value 5684, which value is out of range. Let's change the value now. Instead of 5684, let's give a minor value 89, and let's compile, check the output, and now see here you get the output as 89. Let's consider the another examples also. Here we are using a program, we are writing a program to enter any character and print it is letter, or it is digit, or it is special character. So you have to create a program simply which will indicate that check whether it's a letter or digit or a special character. So for performing this, we are going to use your if statement. Let's write here. Here let's begin. Scanner class I'm using here, and here I use char c equal to sc. Let's write if character dot is letter c, and yes, semicolon is not needed. Let's write system dot out dot println character is letter. Now next is else if character dot is digit c, we will write for your digit character dot is digit system dot out dot println digit is character is digit, we will write here. So character is digit. Yes. Next we will use else system dot out dot println character is other special character. Let's write, and afterwards we will compile this program. Let's compile. See, no syntax error. Let's run. Now first we will get the digit, so let's write a letter, so let's write D. Now D character is letter. Let's use now digit. Let's type number 5. Yes, character is digit, and let's check. Let's use a bracket here. It is a other special character. Thank you.